Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. I know I've been dark for a few days, almost a week. I just had so much on my plate and I've been working my new job and it's long hours and I'm exhausted and dealing with the storage unit. I didn't post it, but I, I actually got broken into a fourth time, but it was getting so old I just didn't post it. They didn't steal anything, I don't think. They just kind of rummaged through some. They already stole most of the valuables anyway. Most stuff that's left is heavy furniture and my clothes. Apparently they don't like my taste in clothing. That's fine. But I've been sleeping at the storage unit. Me and a nephew have been guarding the place free of charge. So probably that's one of the reasons why it hasn't been broken into all week. Except for, well, I take that back. On Saturday night, I fell asleep. I was going to come out here, but I was so tired. It was my day off, and I wanted to spend time with my dogs, and I was just exhausted, and I fell asleep, and I slept all the way to the next morning. I slept like 9 hours uninterrupted, and that's a very long sleep for me, because I usually get woken up by my dogs or something, and I got a really good night's sleep that night, and I came out here on Sunday morning. No. I think it was about maybe after lunch. It was sometime Sunday afternoon. Not quite too late, but I came out to check to see, if we got broken into, and drove up, and none of my unit, where I moved out of the small one, I only have one unit now. Which eventually, when I get enough saved up, I will move out of this place, definitely. But I was here that day, and my unit didn't get broken into, but two other units that I noticed that were hanging wide open looked like they had been stripped of all the valuables. There was one that had a 40, I don't remember, 43, 45-inch TV box sitting there, and I didn't go in it. I was standing at the door, and it was open, and I could see the box was open, and I could see there was not a TV in there. It was a flat screen. They had taken it out. I don't know why they didn't take the box. I mean, I could see into the box. So, I don't know. And, actually, there's something I discovered. My nephew came, and I didn't discover it. My nephew did. He came and he looked at the field next to this place, and he figured out there's like a little, there's a motel right next door to this place, kind of in the front, but further back where some of the units are, there is a field, just a vacant field there, and it's got brush and yucca plants and some random trees and stuff like that, and it's got a fencing along the back side, and it is connected to the fence to this business. They had cut a hole under the fence where they could slide under it, and you couldn't hardly notice it. I mean, it was a pretty wiry person that could fit under there. Not a very big person could fit under there. And they had cut one section of the razor wire on the top of it's a chain link fence, so they cut part of that off. And then on the bottom, from where there was a little hole where they could slip through, it's the asphalt on this storage unit place, it's right in line with the fence. Well, they cut another section of the chain link fence at the very bottom. They took off about 1 foot of it, and it's not very noticeable. You have to be really close to it, and it's close connected to the motel fence, so it was really kind of hard to see. But my nephew, when he was walking around, he was able to see it close up. If you're not close up to it, you wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't notice that the bottom half of the fence is missing. So there's a whole section of fence that they can crawl under, and shove stuff under and whatever. And there is a gate about 10 or 15 feet along the motel side of the fence that is about 10 or 15 feet from the fence of this storage unit. So people are coming out of the back of the motel, and there's nothing but a vacant field there, and then they can slip under that fence. The gate is like I say, probably 15 feet from the hole in the fence. So it could be anybody in this city, or it could be somebody from that motel. And I came out here just to check it out. My nephew called me and told me I should go out there and look at it, and I'll get an understanding of, because me and my nephew were here one night, and we were roaming around the place, looking and roaming, and he had his gun, and I had my baseball bat. When I think about it, it's kind of ridiculous, but, trying to defend our... It's kind of like an extension of our house, It's got things in it that are... Oh, my goodness, the lights went out. Oh, I'm going to have to turn the car on. I'm sorry. God, I can't believe this. Wow. I don't want to run the battery down. Oh, it's dinging. I went out there and walked it, and I got a better understanding of it. And my camp stove, I thought it was just a bag. I don't know what I was thinking. I had bought this camp stove on sale for very cheap. I don't remember. It was like $8, $7 or something like that. And it's like a $20 or $30, 40, maybe not $40, $30, $35 camp stove. I don't know. It was a pretty decent camp stove. It had 2 burners on it, and it came in a little case, or not little case. I mean, it was probably like a foot by foot. Not too small, not too big, not too small, but you could cook with 2 burners on it. And I forgot that it was in my unit, and I was thinking that it was just the carrying case, a duffel bag, and that's what I was thinking they had taken out of that box and had dumped all the rest of that stuff in, which I think they may have done that, because I think it did come with it showed it on the box, so that was my impression, so I don't know, but it also had a camp stove in there, and I just forgot about it. And my nephew found the case. They took the plastic case and threw it in the ground, and I don't know what they did with the carrying case that it comes in. I don't know why you would take it out. It would be more difficult to carry it. Oh, whatever. These people are crazy. Because they've done weird stuff like that. Just bizarre stuff, Not saying that I would want to be a thief, but if I was, why would you dismantle a bunch of stuff? And I don't know. It was just... Some of the stuff they've done is very bizarre. But, so... I've been so exhausted coming out here at night, guarding the place, making sure, taking care of my dogs, going back and forth to home, and my job is literally 30 miles away, driving up there and back, and so I've been exhausted, and I just really haven't had time. I mean, this is so, it really put a crimp in my life when this thief did this, But there's one thing. On Saturday night, the night that I was saying that they came back and robbed this place, and they only robbed 2 places. They took a TV out of one unit, and another unit, it looked like they had been ransacked. Those were the only 2 doors open. Mine wasn't messed with. My nephew's didn't get messed with, and I didn't see any of the others open, but there was a couple of them that the locks were on the ground, and I'm assuming it was from that night, but those locks could have been from some of the previous nights. Maybe the owners just didn't pick them up. They were cut with... It looked like a couple were cut with bolt cutters or something. Or they were like the smaller locks, not the thick round locks, but the smaller little... I don't know, thin padlocks. There was a few of those on the ground by some of the doors, and the doors were like up probably about three inches from the ground, and they should be completely flush with the ground when they're closed and locked. So I don't know if they had gone through those and just shut the doors, so I don't know. But I called the manager, told him, oh, you got robbed again, you need to come out here and do something. And I told him about the fence, and which they didn't do anything. So on that night, this place got robbed, and then there was another storage unit facility about, I don't know, 5 miles from here that got robbed. Or I'm not sure if they got robbed. Let me restate that. There's another storage facility about 5 miles from here that a guy got killed in. He got shot in one of the units, and my nephew heard the gunshots when he was at this. He was here guarding his, watching over our units, and I wasn't here. It was the night that I fell asleep, and I would overslept, and he heard the gunshots, and it was several gunshots. Just somebody unloaded on this guy, and he died from the gunshots. And he was in a storage unit, and it was around 3:15 a.m. But I've been looking, all online and trying to find any more. It's under investigation, they said. And I saw the guy's online, not obituary, but things that sometimes when people pass on, their relatives go to these websites and on Facebook, and say something, write something about their loved one or whatever. Well, I saw a few, accounts of, their brothers and his brothers and friends or whatever, cousins or whatever, saying, their condolences or whatever. And it didn't say anything about what he was doing there, and since Saturday night, this place has not been robbed. So that would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So going on, Sunday morning, Saturday night, it was robbed. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 days so far, 3 nights so far, it has not been robbed. So I don't know if that guy was the one that was doing all these robberies. I'm not sure, I don't know. But he was shot inside of a storage unit by somebody who was at the storage unit at 3-something in the morning. So either he was robbing that place, possibly, or he came upon somebody who was trying to rob him. So I don't know what the story is. It could be either way. Some incident could have occurred, but and I'm trying to find this out. I don't know. I haven't gotten enough information because they're still investigating it, and I haven't found a news report or anything like that. I just saw the initial report, of the shots fired and his passing. And there's a little wad of cotton. I got cotton all over me from my job. So that's why I haven't posted. It's just been very exhausting and tiring, and I'm fixing to sign off, but I'll make more videos tomorrow. I'm going to tell story time probably either tomorrow or, no, not tomorrow. This weekend. I don't know if I'm going to, when I will post again, because I still got to work a couple of days, and I still have a lot of, I've been moving stuff in and out of the unit, or out of the unit. Some of the smaller stuff, my kitchen stuff and like that, I've been kind of relocating it. But I still got to wait a few more weeks to be able to move completely out of it. So, I'm really tired, exhausted, and that's why I haven't posted that. So, I'll get back and I will make more videos. Just give me some time. But thank you all, and I'll see y'all in another video. Bye.